Finally, it is game day. The whole week you just had this game in mind. But what is wrong? You suddenly think about an exam or the party you're invited to. What happened? I personally struggled with the focus and presence in the game. Back then I said it was normal to lose focus in the middle of the game because it was long, and furthermore requires a lot of energy. Today my presence and decision making has been the most remarkable it has ever been. I'm going to give you 8 tips on how you can improve your presence on the pitch, which will also benefit your real life outside of it. All of these tips helped me to be more present, and after talking to some other players they told me they use the same tactics for preparation. Jumping straight into it, the first point is music. So there's a term called association psychology. It refers to a mental connection between events and where your mood sort of gets adjusted to the specific action you're going to do. I would suggest that you make a playlist you only listen to for the game. This playlist should contain the same tracks for at least several weeks or even months. For it to work, I would avoid listening to this playlist in your free time. You can adjust the music to your special needs. If you want to pump, you can hear loud drill songs, or if you want to be calm, you can listen to some classic music or some shit like that. Due to the fact that you only listen to these tracks just before the game, your mind starts to get ready for the upcoming events. This creates a trance-like state, which is crucial for our presence. The second big point is to cut off technology before the games. Technology decreases your presence by somewhat frying your dopamine receptors. Apps like TikTok, Instagram, but also YouTube harms your ability to focus on a game. But also more important is the complete avoidance of video games. I once were really addicted to video games, which really harmed my performance. It is really vital to do it in games that you play rather early in the day. If you need to work before the game, okay, fair enough, but avoid social media on your free time completely and under any circumstances. I also wouldn't recommend motivational videos. I experienced that 95% of the time a lot of people, including myself, drift away from the videos because of the habit scrolling. Coming up is don't eat that much food. On game day you should consider high amounts of carbs to fill your glycogen store. The glycogen store is your main energy resource. The last big meal should be eaten around about 4 hours before the game. I personally like it when I have my last big meal 3.5 hours before the game. After that you should focus on carbs contained in fruits. No fucking industrial food like cereal or fucking Snickers. The best fruits for this are the classic banana, grapes, but also the kaki. Avoid high amounts of fats and fiber to reduce the risk of bloating. Proteins in moderation are fine too. The next point rather is clear for you or really random, and that's to go to the toilet. Nothing is more annoying than the need to go to the toilet, but you're not allowed to because you're in game. This will haunt you on the pitch, and you sort of limit yourself by not performing that well because you got a gallon of fucking water in you. The next more serious point is to be confident. Don't get distracted by mistakes you did before in prep or in the field. Move on and try to be the best player you can be now, which is almost basic sense, but I can't recommend it much. Everyone makes mistakes. You are just a human. The task is to remember the scene for after the game, to rewind what you could have done better. What you should do is to push yourself with good plays if necessary. Another recommendation or even need for you is to be stoic. Stoicism teaches you to act without your first emotion, but with a rational reason. The next point you can do in the prep is going outside in nature. If you're wondering what you can do instead of scrolling social media on your prep, you can go outside. It can be of course done alone, with your family or friend. This just depends on you. And walking in nature increases the creativity and can also calm you down. But also clear your mind from things that doesn't matter right now. The 7th point I want to make is to talk with your mates or try to avoid it. If you're really excited for the game, it may be beneficial to talk with your mates during the preparation. It brings you into a flow state where you can really zone in. But there's a catch. If they talk about FIFA, school, or things you don't want to talk about, then you should avoid these conversations, because it distracts you from your goal to win. I personally prefer the positive conversations where we babble a bit about some random topics. The 8th point and the most vital is meditation. It is the king exercise for being present. Due to this, your decision making improves by a lot. Reactions are faster because of the flow state, which mentioned before. The instinct, which is a big problem in today's football, especially in new football, is getting increased too. Studies have even shown that meditation is good for the regeneration. Due to the reduction of oxygen consumption by 20%, we can recover faster after the game. For the end, I want to give you a bonus tip, and that's have fun. Regardless of the division you're playing, you once begin with what reason? Why did you continue to play football up to this date? Was it Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi who impressed you with their skills, which you tried to replicate? Was it due to your friends who also loved the game the same as you did, or just because you love to kick the ball? Try to remember why you started and why you continued. It is a blessing to be able to play football, which is why you have to praise it. Ending it with this sentence. Have a nice day.